I got to talk to the bosses. Can we speak on James Harden and Doc Rivers? So I'm coming across this report, y'all, that apparently James Harden was the driving force with Doc Rivers being fired. James Harden, the guy who struggles time after time after time when his team needs it the most. I'm here. He was the driving force with the 76ers parting ways with Doc Rivers as head coach. Now, what do you see when you look at Doc Rivers? Because I see a man without a country. Doc Rivers, to me, is a great coach. But he has to be put in a completely different position than what he has been accustomed to. I actually think that he is not so great when it comes to these egos from superstars. He would be better off grooming a young team, maybe something like a OKC with that amount of young talent that really hasn't developed as of yet. I really think Doc Rivers can have a lot of impact in the NBA still at head coach. But he is not going to be able to, I think, really buckle down when it comes to the superstar egos of the NBA. And I think that that's okay if he's willing to accept that. He doesn't have to go out there and win another championship ring like he got himself a ring in 2008. But to me, if he's going to continue to coach in the NBA, he has to be in a totally different culture, something that's just more easy. Like Doc Rivers always looks stressed out. Like even when the team's winning, it's more pressure on him because it's like, okay, you guys are playing good. You guys are winning. There's no excuses. You better get it done. And it never comes up that way. You know, the whole Game 7 thing, we talk about how many Game 7s Doc Rivers lost. You know, it get to a point where we penalize Doc Rivers for actually doing good. Like it takes a lot to get to the 7th game of a lot of playoff series. Like that's just not nothing to sneeze at. But we look at the results that last game, how that really plays out, and we kind of disregard the road to get to that point. And I think that's kind of unfair when you look at Doc Rivers is the way that he takes the criticism from the basketball community. But I still think that he can hold some weight in the NBA as a coach. I think he can make some noise as far as postseason noise. I just think that it would ease his pain, I would think, if he was able to do it with a young team that didn't have so many egos, so many superstars, even though that seems to be the recipe to win a championship. It's a recipe for disaster when we talk about Doc Rivers. I think that, him leaving Philadelphia in hindsight, he's going to appreciate not being there anymore with those guys. And we're just going to have to see how that play out. But I definitely think Doc Rivers is going to get another job. But James Harden, being a one to be the driving force, if this report is true, is just blasphemous if you ask me. And he's going to be declining his option, I believe, in Philly, and he's going to more than likely become a free agent. A lot of talks about him rejoining the Houston Rockets. Who knows? But, James Harden has some things to prove, too, because he came up real short in these playoffs for Philly. So, the irony of him being the driving force of Doc Rivers being fired definitely was laughable to me. That's why I got to talk to the bosses, man. But this is the best of 7 sports talk. I'm 7 Mitchell, man. I look around at the NBA community and I see how we talk crazy about Doc Rivers. But, I think he still got impact. And if the situation is right, I think he's going to show and tell. So we'll see how that play out. I'm 7 Mitchell with the best of 7 sports talk. Salute to the NBA community. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, y'all. I'm out. Peace.